Hey, what is it, guys? This is Amit Patel here, back with another video, and in this video we're gonna talk about the automation in the workflow of the web development. And chances are, if you are familiar with the Gulp, Grunt and the Webpack kind of things, then you can skip this video. This is not for you guys. But if you are familiar with the workflow of the web development but don't know the Grunt or the Webpack kind of things, then you're gonna love this video, because at the beginner level or it may be intermediate level of learner, what happens, we are learning the things, we are learning the code, but we don't want to do stuff like reloading the browser, minification of your JS file, compiling your SCS file to the normal CSS file, compiling TypeScript to normal JS file, Babel to JS, ECMAScript 6, 7 to ECMAScript file, and so on and so forth. These are the tasks that you need to perform every single time when you commit the changes. But I have a solution that will love you, that you will like you, because you just need to learn 2 commands and you're good to go, and your project will be set up with the live reload functionality. You're gonna love this. Let's get started. Okay, before we move further, let me tell you one thing. If you haven't installed the Node.js, so go ahead and install first Node.js, because npm library, if you are not familiar what is npm, it is a kind of like a library which allows you to install some packages from that library pretty easily using the command line. So go ahead and do that. Now once you're done with that, open up your cmd or any command line software, whatever you're using. I'm using the cmdr, which is pretty better than the normal command line software. Okay, cmd. Now what you have to do, first you need to install the Gulp Cli. Npm Install -g and install Gulp Cli. It will take some time. Okay, I'm gonna clear it out. Now what you have to do is, actually I have given this normal starter pack, and the link of this normal starter pack will be in the video description. Go ahead and download and extract. Now what you have to do, you have to open this folder inside the command prompt or command line software. Just type cd and drag and drop that folder. Now we are inside of this command line. Now we can change anything in this folder. Now what you have to do, just type npm install. As I told you, just need to learn 2 commands. First one is npm install. Hit enter and see what is happening over here. It will take some time because there are a lot of dependency I have, like Bootstrap. Actually I already set up a Bootstrap, any things like jQuery, popper.js, and all sort of stuff. Actually I have written in this gulp.js file. Okay, everything is set up. Now what you have to do is, now you have to type another command. Okay, oh my goodness. cls first. Let me clear the console first. Now you have to just type one command, gulp. Look over here what happens. Okay, now what you have to do, you have to open this normal starter pack that is in your any editor you like, but I will prefer only 2 editors, because these 2 editors have one module called live reload functionality module, live server. At the beginner level, this is awesome. And also I found a browser sync, which is a module of Gulp, has a little issue while they're reloading your browser. So make sure you open your starter pack in Atom or either VS Code. I'm gonna open it in VS Code, and make sure before you open this folder, go to this section and install this, what we say, a live server module, because it will allow you to serve your files and folder live. and it has a live reload functionality. So make sure you go ahead and install that. And actually I have opened up this folder as I told you. Now what you have to do, inside this source folder there is an index.html file for you, normal file, starter file. Then in SCSS folder there is a custom CSS file, SCSS file. Oh my goodness, let me pause for a minute. Okay, sorry for the disturbance. And as I told you, there is a custom.scss file. You can edit it. Actually I just wrote something so you can see that. In JS file there is a custom.js. you can write your custom.js, and img you can put img files or whatever you want. And actually a font also I included inside the font, all the fonts like Flaticon, Font Awesome, every font you're gonna need is already set up in this font folder. You just need to write your, you need to just focus on your code. Now we all want a live reload functionality. Okay, so what you have to do after installing the live server module, what you have to do, hit this go live button, and there you have it. And couple of folders that inside our project you have to look for this dist folder, because the final production code will be inside this folder. Actually there is nothing inside HTML, so you won't see anything. If I hit Ctrl+Shift+I and open up my console, there is a hi, and if I change anything over here, it will be deflected over here live. Wait a moment, let me just save this. Okay, oh okay, as you can see this. So I hope you like this video, and if you found any query, feel free to comment. I will answer you. This is Npm signing off today. See you in my next video.